Hello, welcome to Callum channel. My channel updates Liverpool news today. If this is your first time watching the video, don't forget to click subscribe. Anyone from Tottenham Hotspur tuning into Liverpool's latest Champions League assignment looking for some weekend pointers would have found one particular note of encouragement. Until the final 20 minutes. For much of the ultimately comfortable victory at Hank, there was one player who was having, quite frankly, a bit of a nightmare. Whatever Mohamed Salah was trying, it simply wasn't happening. Passes were underhit or way off target. Too often the Egyptian was hounded out of possession, he was continually boxed into a corner and consistently chose the wrong option. Witness the opportunity in the second half when Salah, in attempting to release Sadio Mane on a counter, succeeded only in stroking the ball straight at Henk goalkeeper Gaeton Kuka. Then, as Liverpool began to crank through the gears, it clicked. First there was a pass through for Mane to clip home the visitors' third on 77 minutes, his first assist for the Senegalese this season. Then Mane returned the favour 10 minutes later, so much for the duo supposedly not getting on dash. Although this was primarily Salah's own work, twisting away from the close attentions of several defenders, turning into a shooting position and then finishing expertly into the bottom corner. It was a trademark Salah strike. And it was a sign that, having perhaps still feeling the effects of the ankle issue that forced him to miss last Sunday's clash at Manchester United, the forward is finding his feet again. There has already been plenty of conjecture this campaign about Salah's changing role at Liverpool. But while the perception has been one of disappointing form, the raw numbers suggest otherwise, the Egyptian claiming 7 goals and 4 assists in 11 appearances. There's no doubt the remarkable improvement in recent years of both Liverpool and Salah has made the player a marked man and given him and the team as a whole different questions to answer in attack. And the fact is Salah keeps responding, moving on to 19 goals in the Champions League for Liverpool, second only to Steven Gerrard's tally of 30. His effectiveness in the closing stages, with opposing legs starting to tire, highlights why Klopp is so reluctant to substitute the Egyptian. Salah's travails meant he could have had no argument if he were given the hook first at the Luminous Arena on Wednesday night. Instead, he stayed on to ensure the game ran away from Henk and Liverpool cut loose for a confidence-boosting victory to end a run of 4 successive away defeats in the Champions League group stage. All in time for Sunday's visit of one of his favourite opponents. Salah has now scored against 31 different teams, and has only netted more against Watford, Bournemouth, Southampton and Arsenal than the 4 he has accrued against Tottenham. He contributed Liverpool's consolation in the 4-1 hammering at Wembley, netted twice in the dramatic 2-2 Anfield draw later that season and, of course, opened the scoring in the Champions League final win over the Londoners. Even when not scoring he has made an impact, not least when his far post header was directed into his own goal by Toby Alderweireld for a late winner the last time Tottenham visited Anfield in March. Tottenham may have bolstered self-belief with a Champions League romp of their own in midweek when thrashing Red Star Belgrade 5-0. But Mauricio Pochettino's side have won only 6 of their last 21 league games, and have lost 8 out of 10 on the road in that time while drawing the other 2. And with their chief tormentor Salah back in the mood, Tottenham know all too well what can happen when they head north this weekend. Liverpool could be able to pounce and sign wonder kid Erling Haaland in the January transfer window, because Red Bull Salzburg are a selling club. That's according to former Norwegian international Erik Thorstvedt. Haaland has been on fire this season, and has caught the eyes of a host of teams throughout Europe. The 19-year-old scored twice against Napoli in the Champions League this week to set Red Bull on their way to a 3-2 win. In doing so, he became the first player to have scored 6 goals in his first 3 Champions League appearances. He also became the first teenager in history to score in each of his 3 appearances in the competition. Having scored 20 goals in just 13 games in all competitions so far this campaign, he has garnered attention from the likes of Liverpool, Manchester United, Real Madrid and more. Gazzetta dello Sport reporter Nicolo Scherm reported on Wednesday that Liverpool and United both had scouts watching him against Napoli. And Thorsford believes Salzburg could be tempted into selling him in January, because they are a selling club. However, he told Callum Channel that whoever buys him in January could have to send him back to Austria for the second half of the season. Thorsford said, "There may be someone who will take a chance in January to move in first, and then let him play at Salzburg for the rest of the season. Salzburg are a selling club and they will sell when they will get the most money. If it is next summer that they will get the most money for him, they will sell then." Haaland is under contract until 2023, so there is no indication that Salzburg will let him leave on the cheap.